Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for December 8th through the 14th, 2014. So let's take a moment to take a deep breath and really take the time to clear your mind and focus on the light within you, to allow your mind to just consciousness to drop into your heart space as we prepare to hear and receive the messages from the angels. They want you to really relax, sit back, and just let go and focus on just being open to hearing the truth, to knowing and seeing and feeling your truth. And I really want you to just focus, as we're writing the word self, to focus on yourself right now, to not think about others and their problems or their concerns, and not to worry about their situations. Because what they're saying right now is that the concerns you may have or situations concerning your finances and abundance in your life right now, you have to take back, you have to make time for yourself. So some of the symbols they're showing me, a chair, which when I see this means that you need to sit down, okay? That you need to sit down, you need to make yourself comfortable in this case, because they have placed some cushions and cloth in the chair, which kind of indicates to me they want you to spend a little bit of time there. And they are showing me a symbol of a baby. So, I mean, this could be sitting down with your own children, or it could be a message to someone about a pregnancy or a new birth, or it could also mean that some things are starting to develop with you as I'm watching this child grow very quickly. So this symbolically tells me is that some things that you may have been, some changes that you're going through, they want you to trust them. They want you to know that those changes that you started are developing, and that they are taking place and they're unfolding. And they want you to know that these are changes that are very dear to your heart. And they're showing me an umbrella, and they're opening an umbrella. And so they want you to know that they are watching over this situation and they're protecting it. And you know that everything is going to be well and safe. And this is the second week we're really getting a message about this. They've just wrote the word bold. So they're telling me that maybe you've taken some steps to some bold steps to kind of reinforce or to kind of increase your finances, to create some kind of stability for yourself, and that this is that you've done the right thing, that you've made the right choices, so not to worry about that. More information will be coming to you, but it's very important that you stay centered, that you, if, for instance, and I just been experiencing this with people around me, they're writing the word help, and I saw this word before, and it's been a lot of people have been having some experiences that may, make you feel like you need some help, um, or that things have been a little unstable, or you've been feeling a little ungrounded, or you've been like, if you've been forgetful lately, or if you've been feeling like you're making mistakes. Your mind is being very critical of you. And when you start to get into this negativity, okay, this is your soul crying out for help, meaning that you need to slow down. You need to sit down and stop moving, and they're writing the word life and self again. So, you need to focus, you need to stop moving. You need to recognize the inaction, the action of inaction, where there are times where we need to be receptive. We need to sit down and we need to think and we need to plan, or we just need to be, or we need to connect. We need, as this word intimacy comes to mind as I think about the word self. And so, this is a time for you to create some sacred time for yourself, to reacquaint yourself with the intimacy of divine love that flows through your life and that is you and the life you're living. And, we have to find that balance with self. So they keep repeating this word. So this is going to be a week for you to be all about yourself. Something about this particular month, I think that we get caught up in everybody else's needs and thinking about everyone else and what they would like and what would make them happy. And giving is a wonderful thing, but you cannot neglect yourself in the giving. You can't neglect that your need to receive while you're giving. These two have to be simultaneous. They are not separate. They are one. It's the wholeness of life. When you honor your feelings and when you honor what the compass of your heart is guiding you or inspiring you to do, then this is all taken care of, the giving and the receiving. But when you do it because you feel that others may think something about you, or you feel that you are not representing yourself, see that all these things have to do with that external worry, which is unfortunately the ego. It has nothing to do with your soul, the self, the higher self, the soul self. This has to do with the ego self, and you have to know the difference, and you have to be, and they're writing the word holy. So you have to know the difference between your holy self and your ego, and they're writing the word easy. So when you give or receive, it's easy when your holy self inspires it. Life is easy. And so if there's any conflict or anything that's got you worried or twisted in a knot, or all those things that just kind of unfold from this, then you're pushing against the grid. You're pushing against your holy self. And because the gifts that it offers, they're perfect. You and I don't need to wrestle with them. We don't need to try to make them better. They are the best. And the only thing you have to do is trust what you're being asked or inspired to give and offer. Do that, no more or no less. Don't get caught up in I gotta kind of syndrome. Okay. So let's take a look at the first card for the beginning of the week. Well, actually, for the theme of the week, which is the Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And, so this card is Career Transition. And this is the Archangel Chamuel. So it says your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. Okay, so right off, what I'm feeling when I saw this card is, if you've been thinking about changing careers or applying for a higher position, or applying for a job in another company, anything that you've been thinking about to forward push you, or to not push you forward, but to move you forward in the direction that feels more happy, more blissful, more peaceful in terms of your alignment with your holy self. So don't get stuck in, thoughts about, do I really deserve this? That's coming from the ego. That question comes from the ego. Your holy self, you need to tend to the needs of your holy self and trust what your holy self is guiding you to do, because it knows what's best. And it's easy, we think it's easy to give to others than to receive. And see, this is the imbalance. But you can't give to others what you are not giving to yourself. And let this particular season, if there's any stress involved in this, then let this be an indicator to you that you're not always open to receiving gifts that you deserve, and that you struggle, or you resist what your holy self would want for you. And so in that, then take a moment, step back, relax, and just give with the flow, give with the ease, not with the effort towards yourself. Allow yourself to have what is going to help to change your life and make things better for you. And I was getting a message before we started that some of you, they want you to know you're on the right path. That some of the changes that you've been making are actually going to relieve stress in your life. So wherever you see opportunities for yourself, for things to be easier and to be less hectic, and at the same time be inspiring and energizing for you, go for this. Do not deny yourself these gifts. All right, let me just take a look to see if there are any additional messages here. So they want you to pay attention to some signs here, to trust the signs that you've been receiving. I get the sense that you've been getting some signs. And if you take some time to sit and kind of purge, maybe in the form of a meditation, that you'll be able to recognize those signs more readily. I feel like, and now I'm seeing it again. So I was sitting inside of an airplane, and I kept wondering what this meant. The first word that came to me was, launching something. You're about to launch, or you're about to take off, you're about to travel somewhere. This could be literal or symbolic. And definitely something is about to manifest. I'm also getting that don't be concerned about if you have to move to a new location. They're showing me the I don't know what to call it, but in the airplane, the kind of handle that you pull to take off. Don't be afraid to take, to move or to take off, or to just kind of take action on some of these ideas. But I'm getting in particular, if it has to do with moving or relocating, don't let this hinder you, okay? And that if you're wondering whether or not you should relocate, then I'm getting a feeling that you should. But I'm getting a sense about the energy of this week in general, and especially last week, that this is a time to think more than act. But you can make decisions, and but don't be hasty in your decisions, yet don't deny what you deserve. Make peace with it. Okay? All right. Let's take a look at the card for the beginning of the week, Monday. And okay, so Tuesday here. So this card gives me a feeling when I saw it, the first thought that I heard was study the situation. So, you may, just looking at this card, what you want to do is you can gather the details, gather some information. What I really feel with all this greenery around her and how it's growing, okay, I feel that this is a great opportunity for you. I feel like you need some time to consider, to review what you're doing, but really get alone, be by yourself. Here again, she's by herself. And really think about what your soul needs. Don't think about all the other pieces, all the other parts. Think about what you need first, okay? Because if you think about too many things, then you can see that, you know, it can start to choke your wings. You see the weeds kind of growing into her wings. So if you overdo, this is something you have to be very balanced. And since this card is like if in the third tetra of this suit, we're almost towards the completion of our goals in this earth suit. So this tells me that this is a decision that you've already been aware of. Okay, you've been processing this, and this is just the final details. So one should not spend too much time rethinking or overthinking things, but really at this point you kind of know this card is traditionally an apprentice, so you've already begun and you know what you want, and you know the path that's going to be right for you. You've been working at it for some time or gearing up towards it, but now it's time for you to really commit to your decision, and really look at the pros and for yourself in this situation. The number 8 just gives me a sense of stability. It's interesting. Last week we had an 8 in the beginning of the week, the 8 of fire. So here you're again you're taking your time. You're really you know thinking about what you need and what's best for you. The card says skill work is rewarded, learning all there is to know about a topic and going back to school. So these are also suggestions that you can take from the angels. Let me just tune into this card and see if there are any additional messages. And wow, I'm just kind of seeing. So, okay, I'm picking up something about going back to school. I feel like I'm seeing someone either receive an award or some kind of certificate. Couldn't see that specifically. I feel like I see someone handing something, or the person is standing on the podium is handing, because there's a line of like what look like students. So that person is conferring upon someone something for their work, and so this could be. So you could be either one here, where you're the one who's receiving or you're the one giving. So think about that in terms of, balancing this out, making sure that you're on both sides. Make sure you get what you need as you're thinking and researching, and then also make sure you give what you need, either to others or to yourself. Make sure you receive and make sure you give. Okay, all right, if that makes any sense. But that may be an indication that part of the shifting that you need is to go back and have some additional trainings, and so this could be really about studying as well. Okay, as we heard. All right, let's take a look at the card for the middle of the week. And another great card. So we have the 9 of water for the middle of the week, and you can see here, this is actually a picture of Doreen Virtue as a mermaid. And so, this card, as you can see, that it's a very joyful card, a very happy card. And it's all about, your wishes coming true and a sense of fulfillment and feeling such like a love of life. So let me tune into this card and just see. Okay. So, what I'm sensing here I'm seeing like a park, an outdoor scene, and like in a garden that's very, the landscaping, and I'm seeing like a L-shaped path that leads towards a tree in the center. So there's a sense. I don't know. I felt like lucky when I saw this L shape, and the other thing is just a sense of spending some time in nature, allowing yourself to feel a connection. So for the middle of the week, I think the feeling I'm getting from this is that there's some connection to the time that you spend this week, really considering the changes that you're making. I feel like you may get some good news, or that you may feel a lift especially from the previous week. Once you've made this decision for yourself, that you're going to really feel really peaceful and really good about your decisions. That you're going, some of the struggling and your questions and doubts will just go away, and you're going to really feel like you can sort of take off. And it's interesting because this card 8 and then this is 9, and then sense of completion. So that the work in the beginning of the week that you research, that you're going to feel a sense of completion, emotional balance, or you're going to just feel a harmony with yourself about your decisions. So maybe something may come through or some information, but again, pay attention to the signs in this week. All right, let me just see if there's anything else here with this card. What I'm getting is just count your blessings, to really pay attention for the middle of the week to all the blessings, and just really allow yourself to just appreciate that this period in the middle of the week where things are just feel like they're, you feel a sense of things are going your way and things are working out, and don't forget that. Make a really huge picture of this energetically and on the feeling level. Be really into the details of it, and just expand upon these feelings, because this will carry you and create a garden of vibration that will create an abundance in your future. Okay, so let's take a look at the third card for the weekend, and this is the 6 of air. So this card indicates that, again, that things have shifted. Usually the 5 of swords, or in the traditional tarot, 5 of air would be some kind of conflict. And so here there's a resolution. So all the cards towards the end of the week indicate that things are going to be resolving. The things that have been on your mind, air, the intellect or communications, or misunderstandings, have resolved themselves. You've gotten through the difficult passage, and now from here there could be smooth sailing or new things to come up, but you're going to be ready to meet those challenges. Let me take a look and see what messages we get from the angels. Okay. And so I'm just getting a sense of you feeling more like yourself, that you're feeling less vulnerable, that something is cleared in a relationship, some kind of power struggle, has resolved itself, or something is kind of in check, or you may be getting a sense of a direction where you want to go, a sense of being in your power is what I'm getting from the angels here. Okay, so let's take a look at the card for that already pulled from the bottom of the deck. Okay, wow. And it's the Six of Fire. And we pulled this card on Thursday of last week's reading on the daily card messages, so on Facebook. And so this card would indicate that this week is going to be a week of success. So, good news coming towards you, maybe receiving recognition for some things that you've done or choices that you've made. If there's an exam that some of you are taking, I'm just getting that's going to turn out well. So for some of you who are in school, and you've been concerned about that you'll get some good news concerning this, and things will turn out the way you hoped. This is definitely a week for you to receive, okay, receive the accolades that are bestowed upon you, to enjoy. This is a week to kind of reflect and to take it all in, and to really appreciate the blessings in this week is really what I get from this card. So, he's just come from battle, come from action. And this is interesting too, because here we got 2 6s here. So, and preceded by 5s. So it really says that you've just been through some tough week previously. Enjoy yourself this week. Don't get back out there in the battlefield, if you will, but to kind of just relax. Enjoy this time, enjoy the roses. Here we see the roses again. It reminds us of Mother Mary and her presence for this month. So just really take time to smell the roses this week and take it all in. Don't be so quick to get back out there. And get into battle, but you can plan in this week. You can really take your decisions into consideration, and allow yourself to just get used to these new ideas and these new changes that you're making for yourself, and embrace them. That's what I feel like. They want you to embrace them. You've heard the messages, but they want you to embrace them now. Accept them. Receive them. They're gifts. They're going to help change your life, especially in your finances. You've been praying for help. You've seen the signs, and they've given you the thoughts, and you may be just a little scared about doing it. Let go of that struggle and go for it, okay? And so, but you don't have to do anything this week. Just accept all the positives about this decision, because from what I've received before this message, it's going to answer your prayers. It's going to fulfill your dreams, give you that sense of security you're looking for. So you want to really take these opportunities that have been presented to you, or as ideas, contracts, or whatever has been presented to you, and that's been dear to your heart, and to make plans to just step forward. Yes, we're stepping forward into the unknown, but you will be safe and you'll be protected, and things are going to turn out fine, and they're going to develop for you. As we see here, and all the cards that we have here, there's a consensus of that this is the right thing for you to do. All right, so I send you lots of love and blessings and everything that's going on for you at this time, and asking the angels, and especially Archangel Chamuel, to be with you, to help you, to whose name means God. God sees, and so ask him to help you to see through your spiritual sight, the truth, the joy and the peace and the reality that the answered prayers the divine solutions that you've been waiting for. Help you to see them clearly, to help you to find your way and your path. So please join us on Facebook for the daily card messages, which you can find in the description link below. If you're looking for an angel reading, you can go to my website, theangelschool.com, which you can find in the description link as well. And you can set up an angel reading there, or if you're looking to expand your own abilities, you felt that you may have been called to be a healer, but you want to learn more, you wanted to develop your own intuition, expand that and your healing abilities, then the Divine Roadmaps, it would be sessions would be great for that. And I think if you do all 10 of them up front, then one of them is free. But you can use this to work on some things, to help develop your own intuition, to help yourself to learn to trust your own intuition, or you can learn it to expand for whatever you want to use it for. But so look into that if that you feel the calling to any of the work with me. I really like it when people feel that they are called to do this work with me, and then therefore everything is in alignment. If you're doubting or can't make up your mind, then it's best to wait until you're ready. Okay, so I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and enjoy your week, and really focus on yourself and focus on the giving and all the things that are going on, preparations for the holidays. Listen to your Holy Spirit. Follow the giving of ease, not the effort. Okay? So see you next week.